it's Sammy from Sammy's Sweet Life, and we are talking February planners. Now, I just did a video about how I was liking my setup for 2025 so far. It was a very in-depth, long video talking about all the planners, all the journals, everything. I have a little bit more to say about journaling, which I'm going to save for another video, just talking about my journaling routine and what journals I'm using right now and how they're going for me. I'll save that for another video. Today, I'm just talking about some minor and maybe possibly major tweaks to my planner setup. Basically everything in that update video I recently posted is still ringing true. I'm just going to change up my to-do listing and my content planning a little bit more. So I am really trying to get back to filming more for you guys. I'm still dealing with a lot of fatigue. My eye pretty much seems okay. I didn't have my sunglasses with me driving in the car, and all of a sudden it got sunny and my eye was pretty okay. Like, it was still bright, it was still a little bit sensitive, but my eye's doing pretty much okay. Oh, what was that? Getting an Amazon package. My eye's pretty much okay. I'm just not able to just do as much on an energy capacity level, and getting like every little cold and whatever sickness the kids are getting. I have a doctor's appointment later because my throat and my ear are both like in a lot of pain. I'm on lots of medicine right now just to kind of get through the day. So I'm still just dealing with a lot. Like, I'm catching everything. My immune system is still tanked. I'm still really tired. So I'm doing a lot of couch sitting. I'm doing a lot of cozy things like crocheting. I've got a few more crochet videos to share with you guys. Journaling, like quiet, restful activities, because that's all I have the capacity for at this point. But I am trying to do a little bit more videos, a little bit more computer time, and like concentrating on editing does fatigue my eye quite a bit. So I do have to take that in small doses, but I'm still doing the thing. I'm still catching up on some videos I've been wanting to do. So I ended up swapping out a couple of things. So in my last video, I told you guys I was going to try to use the special edition Hello Kitty planner as my planner. I was having a few things on the page, and then I decided this week I was going to start decorating. So this is this week thus far, and I don't know when this video is going to go up, but I decorated each of these weeks for February using the Pip Sticks February kit. I still need to trim this one. I noticed it hung over. And then I don't know why I don't like that, like, there's one day in March, but they stuck this whole entire week under there. I guess 2 days because they include the Sunday on here, but I was like, maybe this week should have been under February because it was mostly February. But I think if any days are the new month, they go ahead and stick it in the new month, so your first is always under the correct month. But I still decorated this one for February. A lot of months are like that, where I stick a whole week decoration in the next month. So I was doing something, I don't think I have it in this planner. I think I switched it to the planner I'm using for like affiliate tracking and content planning out long-term stuff. I used a dot grid on that, but I don't have a whole lot of page notes in that planner. So I thought what I would do is this same kind of thing. I made a little checklist. Filmed, edited, uploaded, finalized, live. I started this checklist, I moved it to that Laurel Denise, and I probably will move it here. So I have a little checklist, running list going of whatever videos I'm doing and what videos are in the works, because like my video that I did for coming up Wednesday, which again, this will be in the past, I'll already link to this video for you guys, but this video has taken me a long time because it has voiceovers, it has screen grabs, lots of things that go into it. So this video like started 2 weeks ago and is now getting finalized. Finally, I finished the voiceovering today, and then it will go up tomorrow. So I'm just keeping track of things. These are more like to-do listy type tasks down at the bottom. These are more video intensive things, filming, editing, that kind of thing. And then this is my actual schedule for the day. No idea about this, no idea about these lined sections, but I just have a little sort of list, like video specific things, more like to-do listy, admin, behind the scenes type of stuff, like answering comments, checking emails, adding links, all that stuff. And then this is more like editing, filming, the important video aspects of it. So I'm trying to use this a little bit more and make it cutesy with my cute little Pip Sticks subscription. So I feel like that I've got a handle on. Now this one just doesn't have a whole lot of notes paper for video notes and ideas. I've got like a dashboard type thing, a couple of pages here and right there for each month, but I need more notes than that. So I just pulled out my old Sterling ink. Now this is my videos from last year. I was using Post-it notes. I cut down from Moxie Live. I've got the videos like outlined each week, and I really liked this, but I have a ton of paper in the back. So I'm like, I'm just gonna pull this out, use this for note pages, because there's still a ton of paper back here. So I will just have video notes and ideas in just this. I'm using as a notebook. It's an older one, but it's still got lots of paper in it. And so I will probably not use the back of this, which is what I thought. But these pages are so big. Still haven't done any sort of brain dump thing. I do have some video info here, but I think I will try to use up these pages. Now this one I'm using as a weekly planner. I'm trying to see. So my family schedule is in these pages. Oops, let's see. Okay, this one is backed to my first week in this planner. So I'm using these as our family schedule, family calendar, and I will leave it flipped open on this or on the weekly pages. And I've really enjoyed this. I really like decorating this. It takes the place of my easy hourly, but I'm just not loving the to-do listing thing. I'm finding that I don't refer to this as much as I normally would. I have this sitting on my desk and then I kind of forget about it. So some of these to-do list things still haven't been done from previous weeks, and it's just not a great like everyday down and dirty to-do listing thing. I kind of want to keep this one a little bit neater. So I think I might end up still putting some to-do listing things on here, like main overarching things. And then for my like day-to-day, every to-do list thing, you guys have seen this planner multiple times, lots of times. I want to go back to my daily duo. I've been really missing this. I love the 2 sections that you get on this page, and it leaves me lots of room for notes as well. So I filled out a full 6 months of this, and then after December put this away thinking I would do my to-do listing on here. Had all sorts of health issues, and then I'm slowly getting back to like real life, real productivity. But I have been missing this one. Honestly, I just really like the paper on this one. I like being able to do all my to-do listing in one place, to just have my to-do list sitting next to me. Whereas this one, like I want to have it flipped open like this on a desk. That's not really helpful if I'm like sitting at the computer doing stuff, having this out. It just doesn't sit real nice next to me on the couch. It's kind of bigger because I have to keep it like this versus being able to fold it over and just see my day. I find this to be a little bit more distracting for me because I'm not just concentrating right here. I'm like seeing all the things everywhere. Whereas this one, like I was flipped to just one page. I have my one focus page for the day, and then I just flip the page and get a new page. So I really, really love the Daily Duo. I love that they've added in the note paper and the weekly overview. I'm trying to find it. There we go. So you get the weekly notebook page, front and back, and then you also get the weekly overview page here. So I was using this as like my media log, but I have a complete separate hobby planner and a complete separate reading planner. So I don't really need this for that. And then I've got this page that I was using for my goals and reflections, so I'm sticking with the Moxie Life Planner for that. So it's still to be determined what I'm going to use these 3 pages for. It might end up being maybe more video notes and ideas on here. And I also thought maybe meal prep and meal plan on here. I still have a Sprouted planner that I'm using the rest of those weekly pages. I'm just redating them, but this could totally take the place of that. And I could use this as my meal prep, meal plan, like the dinners of the week, things I need to prep ahead of time, that kind of thing. And I might end up using it like that at some point, but I'm using the rest of those Sprouted pages first. So I may not even get to those weekly pages. So I may try to use it for something else, but I love the earring hundred paper. I love how beautiful this one is with all of the bold blooms color scheme. It's just really pretty. And I like being able to have one page for a day and then I put it away. Don't need it, don't look at it after that. The only thing I do is generally on Friday I do a to-do list catch up. Like that's the morning I just catch up on whatever I've missed. So I flip back and look at whatever to-do list things still need to get done and try to knock some of those out. But again, like right now, not super productive. Still taking a lot of naps, still taking a lot of rest, having a lot of downtime, like definite not to my normal level of being able to do things. And that's part of like, I'll make a to-do list and I'll have a really tiring day and I just don't get to all that. So this is where I feel like I can focus in a little bit better, and I can still have this on my desk. I could still put some overarching to-do list items on here, but it's just not been very practical, easy for me. Not practically easy. It's just like, it's beautiful. I love it. I love seeing everything just in practical use. I don't love having no separate daily page. So it will be repeating stuff like these to-do list things will end up on here and on here. So it's not a big deal to me to copy over a few things here and there. I just need a better place, better way to focus, and I really want to use this. I've just been missing it. Like, that's one of the things, switching into new planners for January, I definitely felt like I was missing this. My EC Hourly, not as much because I've been really one-to-one replacing that, but I find I'm missing this one for sure. Now with the EC Hourly, I'm finding I'm not bulking up the pages as much because the paper's so thick, whereas this one I think over time I'm gonna not love this. I'm only, you know, a month into it. Here's last week, which is super good. I love the Super Mario. But I could definitely tell, you know, I'm bulking up the pages quite a bit, and I've only been in it like a month. So we'll see how it goes over time, but it definitely is getting floofy. I do love this book. The Hourly is just such a great format. I love being able to write it all out, and I've been enjoying that part of it. I just haven't been enjoying the to-do listing part of it. I forget about it, and then like I'm kind of wandering around the house, not really knowing what to do, forgetting that I made the to-do list in the first place. So it definitely is one of those things, like if it's not right in front of my face, I forget about it, and I don't use my to-do listing to the best of its abilities. So I definitely want to have this, write it out every day. I'll be at my desk with this in front of me. So if I have to-do listing things on here, I can switch them over to here, or I can put them whatever day they need to be. So I really like this one, and I'm going to move into it. So I didn't use any of January. I will be starting in February, a couple of days in, but I've been longing for this one. I've been thinking it's been the missing piece, and you know, those first few weeks of the year, and even now, like I'm not really productive. I'm not really doing a whole lot. So I was like, oh, do I really need, like this week I barely opened my eyes. Honestly, I just sat, read audiobooks, sat in a dark room, getting a little bit more out of the room, and I'm able to do more and more as the time goes by, but I'm still not, you know, I'm not firing on all cylinders. I'm still not 100%. And I just felt that itch to pull this one back out. And I was like, okay, even if I'm, you know, having a tiring day and I only get 2 things knocked off my to-do list, and my things kind of like, I rested, I played my video games, I edited 1 video, and my time blocking section's not very big, I'm not going to worry about that. Where I was thinking, you know, I'm not doing enough to warrant using a whole daily page. Well, I'm getting over that, and I'm just going to pull it back out because it makes me happy and I love it. I love decorating it with stickers and making it pretty and having that daily focus page. And I think it will help me be a little more productive with the energy I do have. So my main big change is using the Daily Duo again. I'm going back to it starting tomorrow because I'm about to go pick up my kids. Today's about to be a wash. Pick up kids, have a doctor's appointment, and then I think I'll start fresh tomorrow with a new page. So that's my main big change. My other, you know, stuff's not as big of a change, just figuring out where I'm putting my notebook paper. But I love having this just open on my desk. I leave that weekly view open, and then I flip to the monthly view as needed. And basically those 2 pages are where I live on here. And this is all just, you know, note paper in the back. I've done a pen test, I've done brain dumping, just like trying to write it out, never ended up using it. I've got video ideas, but I think these back pages will end up being a notebook, just like this one, where I didn't use a whole lot of the note pages when I was actually in the year, but I can use it as a notebook. And so I think that'll be this actually next year. It's like, once I use all the weeklies and monthlies, I'll still have that big bulk of paper in the back I can use as a really nice notebook. So still love my Sterling inks. I'm just not using the weekly part as a to-do list as much. I feel like it's just not working out the greatest. And so I'm going to go back to the big boy Daily Duo here. So it's actually the next day. I wanted to walk through a tiny bit of what I ended up doing. I decided this morning I was just going to go for it, start decorating just like I did before. So I pulled out some Caliva Plan stickers. I've got spring florals, which is what I used mostly. Also adulting basics and family life basics. I pulled a few titles and things out of there, but I went ahead and decorated all of February and a little bit into March. I had undone a few pages, like these will rip out. I pulled out a few and ended up with more than I expected. So this is kind of the way I set this up. I ended up pulling out the bigger stickers, corners, edge pieces, and sticking them down on these like notes pages. And I will pull my to-do list if it needs to be longer into here. I generally use this more like kind of like a brain dump messy to-do list, so not everything gets checked off. Some things get crossed out, some things get migrated to next days, but I just like to kind of write everything out that I'd like to get accomplished, even if it's just like, oh, it would be nice to XYZ. I like having a whole giant to-do list, so sometimes it would go pretty long. I'll just carry it down, and I do a little bit of time blocking on this side, and I just decorate like that. So far, I don't have any plans for these. Like I had said, I will see what those end up being. But I did that with all these pages, and then like smaller size stickers. Maybe I have some more florals in here to show you guys. So it'd be like sheets like this where there'd be corners, there's edge pieces, and then I take the smaller ones. Sometimes they would end up down here like this, and sometimes I would cut them in half and use them across the top. I really like the hang down florals, and this is really just a way for me to use up some really pretty stickers that I like. Each day is a little bit different, and I can just flip to a new page every day, but they're already set up on like more of a monthly style basis. So I was trying to make my way through all of the February pages, so they're all done. I didn't put much as far as like any important things, but the gist of it is set up. And then I started and made it a little ways through March because I had already pulled some sticker sheets out. I wanted to make sure I got those stickers used up. So those pages are all done and ready to go. So pretty much I will just go pen to paper with these. I'll have a dot pen to dot pen off the completed tasks. I will occasionally add a little washi here and there, but this is pretty much how I decorate this. I just leave it minimally decorated, but it gives it such a beautiful look, and I'm happy to look at these pages. And I used this setup a month or two leading up to the last Erin Condren launch, and I was using an old Daily Duo. I was redating pages or just like covering up the calendar before they switched to this layout, which was way better. And then I used a full 6 months of these. This came in a 2-pack, so this is the second half of mine. It's just an academic year Daily Duo. So the first half was July through December. This half is June through January. Wait a minute. This half was January through June. So the second half of the academic year, but first half of a year complete. So I'm just using the second half of what I already had, and I love this. I've been missing it. I want, you know, the toothier paper again. I want to be able to see my pretty florals, have my like nice long to-do list. So that's what this is. So yeah, it's just set up really nicely. I used a couple of like extra stickers. I pulled out a few as I was looking. I had a cleaning day and a doctor's appointment day yesterday, so put those in, but didn't time block or to-do list or anything because I just started this. But yeah, I'll just maybe use the same fountain pen, maybe rotate out pens. This is Colorverse Blue Moon. It was from the Advent calendar. I really like this color. It's just nice, pretty blue. And if you guys want to see, it holds up better than the 2025 defective TRP. You can see like there's some ghosting, there's some bleeding into the paper, but because this paper is so thick and toothy, there's nothing bleeding entirely all the way through, and there's only a few really dark dots. Like there's a really dark dot. Some of these are kind of dark where it's bleeding into the paper but not soaking all the way through the paper. There's a couple of darker spots, but I would write on this. I wouldn't have a problem with seeing that much bleed through. Way better than some of the TRP. If you watched my TRP rant about the Tomoe River paper, it's a fountain pen. It's on Erin Condren paper. Yes, it bleeds in. Yes, you see some ghosting, but it holds up really good comparatively, where some of the TRP bled all the way through the entire page, and you could see every single letter, and it was insane, honestly, just crazy. And it doesn't feather. This paper's so thick and absorbent that it soaks the ink in so quickly, it doesn't end up feathering. So it's just really nice paper. I love their paper. It holds up really well to mile liners and highlighters and top pens and that kind of thing, and even fountain pens. So I'm hooked, guys. This is one of my alternatives, is going back to more Erin Condren planners. Also, the Moxie Life planner holds up really well to these pens too. So I use these for my reflections. Like I'll write a page of reflecting and I'll use fountain pens for that and have no problem with that paper either. So there are alternatives besides TRP that aren't even classified as fountain pen friendly paper that work really nicely. So yeah, I'm super happy with that. Colorverse inks end up being pretty juicy inks, and for that to be the minimal bleeding into the paper, it's just really impressive. So definitely excited to move back into the Daily Duo for my to-do listing purposes. And that's gonna wrap up this video. So let's cut back to the video I filmed yesterday and wrap this puppy up. And that is pretty much it. I would love to know how your January went as far as planner goodness, and let me know what you're changing for February, what planners you're digging. I would love to know all about it. Leave me some comments down below telling me about your lineup and how your planner journey is going thus far. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me along, and I will be back with some more planner goodness for you guys very soon. Have a great day.